Hi, everyone. We're really excited to speak to you today about Skydio's autonomous drones. My name's Roy Goldman. I lead product management at Skydio, and I'm here with Mike Ross, Senior Director of Product Management. Skydio was founded with a vision of all the amazing things that drones could do to make the world a better place, not only for consumers, which is where Skydio started, but to fundamentally change industry and other professional fields as well. It's a vision of inspecting, mapping, and monitoring the world's infrastructure, and of using drones to dramatically improve situational awareness, putting drones in challenging or dangerous situations before or even instead of people. But there was also recognition that manual drones are just hard to fly, and that's where the industry has been. If you have a skilled pilot, you can do some amazing stuff, but it's hard and it's expensive to train and scale up expert pilots. Throw in the risk and cost of crashed drones, even for experts, and that's really held back that vision from being realized. At Skydio, we believe the answer to that is autonomy, and that Skydio represents the next step in the evolution of drones. Skydio drones navigate the world with unmatched intelligence, reaching and exceeding the skill of an expert pilot. The drone sees the world in every direction. We've got 6 200-degree fisheye lens cameras on every drone. And with that imagery, we create a real-time immersive 3D map of our surroundings. And while we're doing that, we can overcome many challenging visual conditions that the drone sees along the way, like sun glare or reflective surfaces and thinner structures like wires and branches. We also have a detailed understanding of the drone's position and its trajectory within that world, and we're able to predict how the drone will travel through it. The result is a smart drone that's very easy to fly and very difficult to crash, addressing the primary disadvantages of manual drones. In 2019, we launched the Skydio 2, gaining success with both consumers and enterprise customers. And our newest vehicle, the Skydio X2, is now shipping. Talk more about X2 in a minute. It's really the perfect vehicle for scaling up enterprise, public sector, and military drone operations. Just a couple months ago, Frost & Sullivan, which is a global leader in research and consulting, came out and named Skydio the North American Drone Company of the Year, an honor we're really proud of. So Skydio is now the leading drone manufacturer in the US, and we're the world leader in autonomous flight. And we're delivering autonomy across a range of markets and use cases. In the enterprise, primarily for inspection and mapping. For public safety, like police and fire, Skydio helps with situational awareness, search and rescue, and accident scene reconstruction. And for the military and federal agencies, Skydio delivers intelligence, security, reconnaissance, and incident response. We want to spend a minute on our enterprise architecture. This is a view that shows the different layers of our integrated stack across hardware, software, and now the cloud. And this architecture also helps set the stage for the rest of the talk. Hardware is at the foundation, and we'll talk more about our Skydio 2 and X2 vehicles and their capabilities. And then we'll go into more detail about Autonomy Enterprise Foundation, which is a software product that unlocks additional autonomous functionality in our vehicles. Next, we'll talk more about 3D Scan, which we just released. It's our powerful automated workflow product for inspection and mapping. And then I'll hand it over to Mike, who will talk about Skydio Cloud. Skydio Cloud is the newest layer in the Skydio architecture and will become our foundation, not only for connected flight operations moving forward, but for tight integration with a broad ecosystem of partner solutions. So Skydio 2 was launched in 2019. It's a sleek and capable, yet easy to use drone that's a great fit for many use cases and has all the autonomy capabilities of its bigger sibling, the X2. It also works with the Skydio Beacon, a first of its kind controller that enables extremely robust subject tracking. Just to go into a bit more detail about one of our customers, I wanted to highlight a company called JIW in Japan. They're a large drone service provider, and they've built their business on Skydio. Japan has more than 700,000 bridges, and JIW started their business to inspect those bridges. But between crashes and interference from these metallic and GPS-denied environments, they really just couldn't scale with manual drones. And flying larger sensors didn't help either because they couldn't get under the bridges. And for them, Skydio 2 changed everything. JIW used to require pilots to have 100 hours of flight time experience, and yet only 15% of their candidates could pass their test. But now with Skydio, it's only 8 hours of training, and every pilot has passed. And GIW now has more than 300 Skydio 2s. So let's talk more about the X2, and we'll start with a video.
Okay, everything says it's safe to fly.
The home point has been taken.
Yeah, at least we got that on video.
Right.
Okay.
Oops. So, Skydio X2 is designed and built to be a professional workhorse. The X2 includes a 4K HDR color camera with 16x digital zoom, as well as a FLIR Boson 320 gimbal integrated thermal imager with 8x digital zoom. The X2 has an extended flight time of 35 minutes versus the 23 minutes on Skydio 2, and significantly longer wireless range as well. It also comes with a ruggedized enterprise controller with an integrated display. And the X2 is compliant with the National Defense Authorization Act and is available in configurations tailored for federal use cases. The X2 has a ruggedized foldable frame with magnesium and carbon fiber composite construction. It's easy to pack and go, and the X2 can be fully deployed in less than 75 seconds. The X2 also flies at night using GPS and a magnetometer with both visible and IR strobe lighting. We're also excited about our newest X2 variant, which has a wide angle lens optimized for inspection and mapping with no thermal camera. It's a great way to get the many benefits of the X2 frame and comes in at a lower price point without the thermal camera. It's now available for pre-orders and it will be shipping soon. With Skydio 2 and X2, we're also now shipping Autonomy Enterprise Foundation, which is a software add-on product that delivers valuable new functionality like 360-degree super zoom, which fuses images in real time from the 6 navigation cameras to provide a live view of the vehicle's surroundings. It's a cool, unique way to quickly gain instant and complete situational awareness. Also, part of Autonomy Enterprise Foundation are multiple reduced margin obstacle avoidance modes. So in these modes, the vehicles will still avoid obstacles, but can fly into or through even tighter quarters, down to 4-inch gaps on either side of the drone. Skydio is proud to have been selected as a trusted drone provider through the Defense Innovation Unit's Blue SUAS program. And this program allows us to offer the X2 along with our enterprise controller through the GSA schedule for easy government purchases. And further, the X2 has been selected for final integration in the US Army's Short Range Reconnaissance, or SRR program, aimed at equipping our soldiers with a rapidly deployable vehicle. This has been a multi-year selection process. It started with 30 applicants in 2019, all the way down to 2 in 2020 before the final selection. This is something we're really proud of. It's been a huge testament to the years of effort that Skydio has been putting into autonomous flight and to the capabilities and the robustness of the X2 vehicle. I wanted to highlight one of our X2 customers, Civil Air Patrol. They're one of our first Skydio X2 customers. And as you can see from this quote, the combination of the thermal camera, the longer range, and NDAA compliance really makes X2 the perfect complement to their already large Skydio 2 fleet. So I want to switch gears now and talk a little bit about 3D Scan. This is a product we're really excited about that we just released earlier this month. And we will start with another video. 3D Scan is really the first product of its kind. It autonomously analyzes any structure or scene and then generates and then executes a complete and efficient photo capture plan, and it covers every meaningful angle of the structure in that volume. With 3D scan, it's now easy for any worker to capture high quality and consistent inspection photos for even the most complex structures. As powerful as 3D scan is, the workflow is really simple. It's really easy to use. First, the operator flies the drone around the boundaries of the volume of interest and configures a small number of settings, such as desired resolution. During flight, during the actual scan, the operator simply monitors the drone as it does its thing. Operator gets to watch an augmented reality view that shows progress, and the operator may need to swap batteries if when needed, but otherwise they're just watching the scan go on its own. And then post-flight, the operator can assess the data right in the field or send it back for processing. The best way to understand 3D scan is really to see it in action. And so here's a sped up video of 3D scan exploring a part of a crane. And this is what's happening right after the user has set the volume of interest. What you can see is that the drone is quickly, and again, just totally autonomously flying around that volume. And as it's doing this, it's building up an accurate onboard 3D representation of the structure inside the defined volume. Then after it's done that, 3D scan then creates that efficient capture plan, as you can see here. So in this image, each blue pyramid represents a photo that the drone will take now that it understands the structure of interest. And then once all those photos are taken, it can be brought into other tools like photogrammetry systems for generating models. And so here is a fly-through of a 3D model that was generated based on all the photos that we just took. And so here's an example of a model that was generated using Bentley context capture. And as you can see, the 3D scan model really achieves a pretty impressive level of detail, accuracy, and consistency across the entire structure. So, 3D scan really is the beginning of a new era of inspection and mapping. And whether it's for rapid field assessments or creating digital twins of assets or inspection reports or crime or accident scene reconstruction, in each case, 3D scan makes it easier and faster than ever to generate high quality, consistent results. Sometimes it's best to leave it to our customers to speak to it. So Jacobs Engineering, they're the world's largest engineering organization, and they're one of our first 3D scan customers. And as Jacobs puts it, 3D scan saves time, keeps their workers safer, and gets exactly the data that they need. So with that, I'll now hand it over to Mike to speak about connected flight operations.
Great. Thanks, Roy. So as you heard from Roy, we're investing heavily in our hardware in terms of our vehicles and in our on-vehicle software to make flight easy, to be able to allow you to go out and capture the data that you need. But what we've realized as we've started talking with customers is that's only half of the equation, right? We really have to be able to make it simple for your organization to get data off of your vehicles and to be able to make decisions that are based on it. And as we've looked closer at the current state of enterprise drone operations, what we really see is there's two worlds at the moment. There's drone hardware manufacturers in one sphere, and then there are cloud management tools, which are the point of consolidation for where all that data goes for your organization. And really to tie those two together, we're left with connecting those two worlds via mobile app SDK integrations, or manually moving SD cards around, taking them out of the vehicle and putting them into a computer to download data. And really what we need to move towards is a more integrated world of connected flight operations, where we have a fully integrated, seamless solution for managing flight operations and data at scale, where the drone hardware seamlessly connects to cloud services, and that those cloud services are exposed via a set of robust APIs to allow you to seamlessly get that information into the other business tools and processes that you're using within your organization. So with that, I'm very excited to introduce Skydio Cloud. Skydio Cloud is our newest layer of the Skydio platform and is actually launching at the end of this month. Skydio Cloud will be comprised of 4 key elements initially at launch. Skydio Fleet Manager, which will handle basic flight usage statistics. Skydio Media Sync, which will handle getting data off of the vehicle and into the cloud. Both of those will be available at launch at the end of this month. And then Skydio Streaming and Skydio Remote Ops will provide the ability to add a real-time nature to those capabilities, and those will be coming a little bit later. So let's talk first about Skydio Fleet Manager. It's currently available in limited early access, and like I said, generally available at the end of this month. But it will provide a federated platform for distributed drone operations, where as you fly vehicles, those vehicles can seamlessly upload data to the cloud, and that data then provides you the ability to understand exactly where your vehicles are being flown, who's flying them, to be able to see usage statistics, and really have deep insights into how your fleet is being flown. And then all of this data will be available via an API endpoint as well, so that you can move it into the system of record of your choice if you're managing multiple fleets, or if you just want to merge it with other data within your organization. Fleet Manager will also be accompanied by Media Sync. So Media Sync will be an additional capability that provides the ability for an organization to very easily get photos, video, and 3D models off of our vehicles post-flight. And really, we've tried to make this as seamless and easy as possible. So you enter your infrastructure Wi-Fi credentials into the cloud, your username and password for your infrastructure network. And then once you are finished flying the vehicle, you simply plug it into USB power in range of that Wi-Fi network, and the vehicle will automatically wake itself up, connect to the Wi-Fi network, and start to upload data to the cloud. So no need to open up the vehicle and pull the SD cards out, no need to manually move files around. The system simply just works. So we're very excited about that. And from that perspective, the photos and videos and 3D models will be accessible via API endpoints as well. And finally, talking about the other 2 features that we're looking at launching, Skydio Streaming and Skydio Remote Ops will provide a real-time capability to Skydio Cloud as well. So Skydio Streaming is designed to provide real-time situational awareness for your organization. So the ability to have a vehicle flying and to be able to connect that vehicle's video and stream it to additional clients. And that'll be able to work seamlessly with the Skydio Enterprise Controller, the Skydio Enterprise mobile app, or being able to stream directly from the vehicle itself, initially over Wi-Fi networks. Skydio Remote Ops is actually something that we're very, very excited about because of the capabilities that it'll launch. So as Roy mentioned, the intelligence and the autonomy that we build into every Skydio vehicle allows us to fly both indoors and outdoors. And this allows us to build a very robust remote operation capability on top of our vehicles that, regardless of local regulation, we'll be able to fly those vehicles remotely inside. And actually, we've been flying our vehicles inside of one of our warehouses for about 6 months now, using this capability. And it's been fantastic to see the capability that it unlocks for organizations. So this will provide the ability to log into a vehicle that's persistently connected to the network, to wake it up, to fly it, to download missions to it for execution autonomously, and to be able to go have remote presence in locations around the world without having to physically be there, but have the ability to fly a vehicle and get to any vantage point, capture photos, capture video as required, to make decisions and drive to those decisions forward within your organization. So overall, that's a high-level vision of where we're going with Skydio Cloud. We're very excited for this to be the next layer of our architecture, and we're very excited to get your feedback on what you think of the capabilities and where you would like to see us go next. So with that, Roy, back to you.
Great. Well, thanks, Mike, and thanks everyone for taking the time, and we're excited to take any of your questions. Thank you.